After this, okay. So may I invite now Professor Saab to come and bless us with your knowledge and in lot of information.
करुणा शीतल हृदयम पैया पज्योत बिहत मोतवम शरणामर लोक गुरु बंदे सुगतम गति विमुक्तम अनंत करुणा पय्यम तथागतम अनुत्तरम बंदामे शिरसा बुद्धम धम्मम साधुगणम पीचा. Most respected Sangha members, venerable monks who are present here, most respected our Achan, Professor Chirapat Prapanda Vidya, Sri Sunil Kothari ji, Mr. Kovid from Krishi Shastra University, and all participants who are present here. After discussions, the topic which was decided to present by myself, that is the Pali loan words in Thali language. Most of the scholars are aware that Pali words or Sanskrit words are available in Sanskrit language or in Thai language. So how the main purpose of this talk was decided by Indian Embassy, that how the cultural link between India and Thailand, which starts from the origin of the Buddhism in India, and how it was introduced in Southeast Asian countries. So the main purpose of this talk is to make aware of all the persons that how India and Thailand culturally are one, and there are so many similarities linguistically, culturally, they are one. This is only a boundary mark which distinguishes one country to another, but in Thailand we are having the cultural links of Buddhism as well as Brahmanism also. So here main purpose of my talk is to make aware of all persons here that what are the linguistic peculiarities and what are the insights which were introduced in Thailand from India. How Buddhism which was introduced in Thailand, what were the Buddhist insights linguistically or culturally, how it was introduced in Thailand. Later on, when there was a decline of Buddhism, when Brahmanism got prominence, then Sanskrit language was also introduced in Thai language. So this is the later. But the main purpose is that how culturally India and Thailand are linked together from hoary past, and how these are culturally one. So I have to show that how Pali language, which was spoken by the Buddha to the common mass people, and how it came to Thailand. But there are some of the change of the sound. There are some of the change of the tones of the sound in Thai words also. How it got modified, it is a matter of investigation by grammarians. How the linguistically the words are changed or they are pronounced in other way. Sometimes the words which are written in Thai language, they are Sanskrit, but the pronunciation of the words are in different mode. So these are some of the linguistic peculiarities which I am going to show you, and how the grammatical rules and the regulations which occur in our Pali as well as in Sanskrit language, I will try to show all these things in my presentations. First of all, I would like to say that Pali is the standardized language. It was not spoken by the Buddha when Buddha was alive. Magadhi was the language in which Buddha spoke to the common people. And Pali is the language in which the teachings of the Buddha were compiled first of all. There is a debate among the scholars that how the Pali word came into existence by the European scholars. But the Magadhi, the language of the Magad, which was spoken at the time of the 6th century BC by the Buddha, and how it was introduced first of all in Sri Lanka by Mahendra and Sanghmitra, there is a matter of investigations. We know that at the time of the King Ashoka, the 9 emissaries were sent to different parts of the globe, and Son Uttara were sent to Swarnabhumi, and Thailand is one of the part of Swarnabhumi, and it was introduced there. But how the language came as a Pali canonical text, this Pali is the standardized language. In Abhidhana Pavidipika, we find that Sa Magadhi Mool Bhasa Narayadi Kappika Brahmro Chasu Talapa Sambuddha Chapi Bhasare. Sa Magadhi Mool Bhasa. Magadhi is the original language of the Magad. Narayadi Kappika, that it has been spoken from the very creation of the universe. And the Lord Buddha and the small baby who has just taken birth, they speak in this language Magadhi. So this was the Magadhi language. There are 3 names of the Pali, that is the Magadhi, Magadhi Bhasa, Magadhi Nirutti. These are the 3 names of the Magadhi, which was spoken at the time of the 6th century BC. There was a oral traditions after the first Mahaparinibbana of the Buddha in 483 BC. When first Buddhist councils was held, all the teachings of the Buddha were rehearsed in oral traditions. In the second Buddhist council also, the teachings of the Buddha were rehearsed. It was the third Buddhist council at the time of King Ashoka, under the chairmanship of King Venerable Mogliput Sathera. This third Buddhist council was held, and the teachings of the Buddha were classified first of all in 3 Pitakas, namely Vinay Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka and Abhidhamma Pitaka. From that, we are knowing that how Mahendra and Sanghmitra went to Sri Lanka after taking the teachings of the Buddha in oral traditions. There is a tradition also that commentaries were also taken together by oral traditions from India to Sri Lanka also. But today we are going to discuss that how this Magadhi language, which was in oral traditions at the time of King Ashoka, how it got the form of the Pali language. I will discuss that the language which comes from the traditions, it is called as Magadhi. But Pali is the standardized language in which the teachings of the Buddha are compiled together in written form. It was the Bhattagamani Abhay, 1st century AD, king of Sri Lanka, in which these teachings of the Buddha were written down. And from there we are having the name of the Pali. The name, first of all, this was created in 1893 when Prince of our Thailand went to World of Parliament Religions Conference, and he uttered first of all the language Pali as a teachings of the Buddha. We are having the references that when Prince of Thailand went, and it was the creation of the brainchild of the European scholars who named the language of the teachings of the Buddha as a Pali. And scholars like Richard F. Gomrich, Professor K.R. Norman, they have done a lot of linguistic study of the Magadhi language. And Pali is called as one of the Prakrit language. It is the oldest than the Sanskrit one. Sanskrit is the language which was created at the time of Panini, 5th century AD. But Pali we are having before that. Pali is called as one of the archaic Prakrit language. The elements of the Pali were not invented once upon a time at 6th century BC, but the elements were coming down from the very hoary past before the 6th century BC also. And these linguistic peculiarities are available in other our Dravidian language. In some of the Andhra, Telugu, Tamil language also we are having the linguistic peculiarities of Pali language. But it is one of the Prakrit language, I mean to say. So here that how the journey of the ideas from India to our Sri Lanka to Thailand, how the language developed, how the Tripitaka in the form of language of the teachings of the Buddha travel from one country to another country. So I just going to see that how Rahul Sankritan, he was one of the great scholar of India, and when he was writing Abhidharma Kos Nalandika Tika, he has written in the introduction, that is in Sanskrit, I will give you in the Sanskrit part also, that he writes that after 280 years of King Asoka, then there was a decline of the Maurya Empire, and how the Theravadins, they assembled together from Patliputra to Nalanda, and they traveled to Sachi also. There is a journey that how these our Theravadins taking teachings of the Buddha in oral traditions, how they are traveling, how Mahendra from Patliputra traveled to Sri Lanka, how the oral traditions taking the teachings of the Buddha, how it traveled to Sri Lanka. So this is the all that it is said that in Bikram Sambat year, in 190 years from Sri Lanka, Buddhism was disseminated to Brahma, that is the Myanmar, Siam, that is Thailand. So it is said that 190 years of the Bikram Sambat. Bikram Sambat starts from the 58 BC. So from it, Sri Lanka, it was disseminated to Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and other Cambodia. So this is the journey which I have tried to explain through the Google map. And I have shown that how the Theravadins traveled from Patliputra to Nalanda after the 100 years of our King Asoka. And from Nalanda they traveled to, that is the Ujjain, Sachi. And we are also aware that Mahendra, when he was dispatched to travel to Sri Lanka, first of all, with the band of Bhikkhus, he approached to the Sachi Vidisa, where his mother was living there. So Mahendra with the band of monks, he stayed for 3 months there at Vidisa, Sachi. Vidisa is the known name of the place, and it was given by the king, and she was very close to King Asoka when he was the king, prince of that province. Later on, he became king of India. So this is the journey that from Ujjain, how he reaches to Gujarat, Lat. And from Gujarat, he approaches to Bharu. And then the coastal region of Andhra. And it is not that only the band of scholars which came from Patliputra, there were some of the bhikkhus who were assembled at Vidisa, Ujjain, and Avanti. They were also getting together with our the assembly of Mahinda Thera. So some of the linguistics peculiarities or the language which was that is the Ardha Magadhi or Paisachi Magadhi which was spoken in that area, Vidisa or Gujarat lot, they were also intermingled with the oral traditions of our teachings of the Buddha. And from Maharashtra, it came to the Andhra coastal region, and from Andhra through the boat, they reached to the Tamrlipti, that is the our Tamrparani. So this was the journey, and if you Google through, it has been also shown that from Nalanda how it came to the Madhya Pradesh, that is the Sanchi, Vidisa, and from there Gujarat lot, and from there the Andhra coastal region, and from there it reached to the Sri Lanka. So that was the, so it shows that how the linguistic peculiarities of the Magadhi, it changed into different form. And from Sri Lanka also, the language which was written down, first of all, it also traveled to our Siam, Cambodia, and Myanmar, Brahma, countries of those days. So some of the changes were also taken together. So these languages came together and they were intermingled, or they were collaborated with our Thai language also. So this how the Thai language, what are the grammatical rules which are taken together. So I have tried to show in this small lectures also. So Pali literature has been transmitted to Southeast Asian countries for over 1,000 years. The text, Tipitakas and the commentaries, Atthakathas have traveled back across the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asian land routes. Through the land routes, it is also probability that the language of those regions also mixed together along with the oral traditions of that our Tipitaka or Atthakatha. The different countries and the cultures of the regions have contributed in the preservation of transmission and composition of the Pali literature, with a result that the Pali heritage of each country is different than other country. There are some loan words, it is called as loan words, not loan words, they are culturally one, that how the ideas or the language were culturally mixed together. So that is the example of, and there are some loan words of Pali in Thai language and literature, and in Sanskrit and Pali there is aspirations also. Aspirations means in the same varg, ka varg, cha varg, ta varg, ta varg, pa varg. The first letter is aspirated of the second letter of the same varg also. Like ka becomes kha, like kubj, it becomes khubj, khuj. So there are so many examples in our Pali literatures also. So here in Thai language also we find the aspirations of the words, how the ba letter is pronounced as pa, how the is pronounced as ta. So this is one of the examples of the aspirations. So here there are some of the examples that the Pali word Yojana, it is pronounced as Yocana. So here ja, in the same cha varg, it changes into the first letter of the same group. Javanapur, it is called as Chonburi. So here ja changes into cha, or it is pronounced as Javanpuri ja. Visuddha, it is Visutta. Here dha is changed into the first letter of the same group, that is the ta. Dhanagara, it is dha changes into tha. So that is the aspiration. These are the examples of the aspirations, how the second letter is changed into the fourth letter of the same group, and how the fourth letter of the same group is changed into the third letter of the same group. So these are some of the examples. I will come later on also. This can be seen in the names of the individuals, cities, roads, universities, days, month, etc. Some of the examples like Sambat, it is called as Sampatti. I will come later on that how the vowels and the consonants are changed into Thai language. Thai words Pridi, Pali word is the Priti. So here tha changes into the of the same group. Hongsakul, it is Hansakul. So here ga, see here Hans, that is the ga comes here. Then Visut, it is Visuddha, Prapat, Prabuddha. So here dha changes into tha and ba changes into pha of the same group. Then Binay, there is a change of the vowel here. This is the Binay. Prasit, Prasiddhi. So here dha changes into tha. So there are some of the illusion of the vowels also. There are some of the Thai cities, towns and the provinces which are very common to here. So like Ayutthaya, it is in Pali, it is Ayodhya. We are having in Sadham Sangho also the word Ayodhya comes so many times. Buriram, it is come Puri Maya in Pali. So how the pa changes into ba. This is the tone of the sound of the change of the sound. Then Chanthaburi, it is Chandaburi Puri. So here cha changes into cha and da changes into tha. So there are changes in the same group, not in other group also. Chai Phum, that is the Jai Bhumi. Then Kal Sindhu. This is the Kal Sindhu. Here, da changes into dha. Then Kanchana Buri, it is Kanchan Puri. Cha changes into cha. So, Lab Puri, it is Lop Puri. Again, there are some of the names like Nandpuri changes into Nontha Buri. Then Mutta Ahar, it changes into Mukta Han. Bijpuri changes into Feth Buri, Fetch Puri. Then Prachin Puri, it is also changed into Prachin Buri. Pa changes into Ba. Then Rajpuri changes into Rajpuri. Then Sakal Nagar, Sakhon Nakhan. So Nagar is changed as Nakhon. Then Samudra Pakar, it changes into Samudra Prakar, Pakan. Again, how the changes are taking place as per our grammars of the Pali. It is quite curious that although a large number of Pali origin words are found in the vocabulary of the Thai language, but it is not an easy task to identify them because of the words in many cases having moved away from their original in shape, form and meaning. When a word is borrowed from Pali, it may have to undergo plenty of wages, such as a change of its form and sound. So how by changing vowels, that is from Pali, how there is a change of vowels from Pali and how the letters are pronounced in Thai in different manner. So there is a Pali word Padum, that means lotus, and it is in Thai word Padma, and it is pronunciation as Pathama. Then Tar in Pali, it is a star. Thai word dara, but pronunciation is dara. There may be some difficulty in pronunciation of the Thai words. So Barun, there is a name of the deity. The Thai word changes into Birun. There is a vowel change here. And pronunciation changes, whatever Thai word is written, but it changes into Firun. Gaj, elephant, it changes into Gaj, but pronunciation is Khot. Vajira, there is a change of only the first letter of the same group or third letter of the same group. Vajira, that is the diamond. Vajra, but pronunciation is Pet. It is very difficult to see that how Thai words are written, but how the same Thai words are pronounced in different manner. Muni, sage, Muni, but pronunciation is Muni. Adhik, more, Thai word is Adhyak. Here E changes into Ya. So Adhyak, but pronunciation is Atthak. Then Niti, law. Niti, pronunciation is Niti. Idhi, in Pali, in Thai, this is the Riddhi, but pronunciation is Rit. Again, by cutting down some of the consonants of our Pali word, the Thai words are also formed. Like there is a Pali word Sattva, which means human being. Here there is a cutting down one's double ta, it becomes only single ta, that is the Sattva. Our pronunciation is Sat. Uppala, that is the lotus. Thai word is Uppala, but pronunciation is Ubon. Ubon is the name of province also. Then Bij, there is also cutting of Thai word is Vidya, but pronunciation is Vityayu. Then Hiranya, golden. The Thai word changes into, cutting down one consonant, it becomes Haran, but pronunciation is Hajarn. Again, sometimes the consonants are changed of the Pali, and then Thai words are pronounced in different manner. Like Ditti, that is the false views, and it is Thai word changes into Drasdi, but pronunciation is Thristadi. Then Stuti, praise, it changes into Sadudi. So here there is a change of the consonant, and Sadudi it is pronounced. Then Pali word is Punna, that is the virtue, and then Bunya, that is the Punna. Again, the second changes in Pali origin words that borrowed in Thai may be summarized as gender. That elision of the final A in A ending Pali word is general feature of Thai as Phut. So sometimes there is a vowel in the end of any word, that vowel changes into in different manner. So there is an example, Buddha, it is changed into Phut. O type of pronunciation of A as Nakhon from Pali Nagara. So there is a change whenever there is A, it changes into O. In Pali also we are having some of the grammatical rules in Sarasare Lopam, that is in Sarsandhi, that how A becomes O. Pali E is sometimes changed into U or U, pronounced with unrounded lips as Fud from Pali Bij. So here I, E vowel changes into U or Dirgh U. That is it becomes Bij changes into Buj, Phud. So Ba changes into the first letter of the same group, that is the Pa or Pha. Again, how the sound changes in Pali, that has been taken in Thai language. It is also summarized that the third and the fourth consonant of the 5 series of the Pali consonants are pronounced invariably in Thai as a second consonant of each series. This is one of the example of aspiration. Thai is, that is the G and Gha. Ga and Gha are pronounced as Kha and Ja. We have also seen that how Sanskrit words are changed, like Kubj, Khubj, and then Ja and Jha as Cha, Da and Dha as Tha, Da and Dha as Tha, and Ba and Bha as Pha. So these are some of the things which take place and how the letters are changing. So generally the third and the fourth consonant of the 5 series of Pali consonants are pronounced invariably in Thai as a second consonant of each series. This is most accepted by our scholars. So there is no any distinction between series 3, that is the Ga, Ja, Da, Dha, Ba, and series 4, that is the Gha, Jha, Dha, and Da, and Bha of Sanskrit consonants. In Sanskrit also we are also find some of the letters. The last letter of the Cha Varga, Ya, invariably is pronounced as Ya. So we have seen Punya, it has changed into Pinya. No, Ana is invariably pronounced as No. There are some of the changes which this is the text Sangiti Vansa, which discusses about the 9 Buddhist councils, and it was composed by Venerable Bimal Dhamma of Wat Pho Chet Phun Monastery in 1789. So he has discussed about all the 6th councils which were taken place before, and there were 3 Buddhist councils which were held in Thailand. So the scholar Bimal Dhamma, how he has composed some of the Pali words and how the Thai letters have also come. So I have taken some of the changes here, and how some of the verses from the Deepavansa or Buddhavansa, they have been taken, but when he was writing the text Sangiti Vansa, he was changing some of the letters which were pronounced in Thai language. Like Niputta, he writes like in Sangiti Vansa, Niputta Nuna Sa Mata. So Ba changes into Pa. So these are some of the examples which also are available in the text when the composer of the text is writing the text. So when he is comparing or he is writing from the Deepavans or Buddhavans also, but when he is writing the text, but the letters, words are changed because of the tone of the sound of the Thai language in ear. So Niputta is changed into Niputta. So these are some of the examples I am quoting from this text also. Other examples also which from this text I am going to say that how this has been changed here. Pandava Pavat Pabhare. Now in the text it has been written Pandavapo Pabbat Pabhare. So these are some of the changes here. Chab Sani. In the text it is written as Chappa Sani. Ba changes into Pa. So these are some of the examples that how the Pali words when they are written in Thai form, they are changed also. So some of the words are also changed when he is writing that Paratire, the writer of this text, Bimala Dhamma Venerable, he writes Nadiya Tire. Sotti Yena, but pronunciation it is Sottiyena in Thai language. So he is writing Sottiyena. So these are some of the examples I try to find out that how in Thai language the Pali words are changed because of the tone of the sound, change of the sound in Thai language. So these are some of the examples which I have shown to you here. And this shows that Pali is a very ancient one, and it was transmitted from the land of the Buddha and traveled from India to our Thailand, and how the ideas or the thoughts linguistically they traveled from one country to another country, they became part of one culture. So this is our one of the examples that how most of the scholars might be knowing all these things, but due to revive all these things, how they are culturally one, India and Sri Lanka, how they are culturally one. This is one of the examples of the things. So these some of the things, the most of the scholars are also writing some of the things. And in one university also there are some of the scholars that how philosophically insights or the philosophical ideas. Even Professor Chirapat Prapan Vidyaji also was telling that in Thailand we are having the most ancient inscription which tells about that how old the culturally Pali has been transmitted in Thailand. Ye Dhamma Hetu Pava. So this utterance of our Saripat Moggalan. So Moggalan, how this has been also traveled here, and in most of the monasteries, how these the law of dependent originations they have traveled there. So this shows that how our philosophical ideas, how the philosophical thoughts travel from one country to another country. So I will be glad if some of the questions will be put to me. I will try to answer those questions. I am not a scholar of Thai language, but I will try to show that how the Thai words are also taken from our Pali words also. So thank you very much. With these words, I am very much thankful to President Professor Chirapat Prabandha Vidyaji and Sunil Dhanukaji for giving me an opportunity to share some of my views before the participants of this. So Professor Chirapatji would like to say something.